Hey guys, Brad here. Today we're gonna do a versus video. This is Dewalt versus Milwaukee on the orbital sanders. Now both are really great sanders, and obviously depends on what platform you're on. But if you're like me, you're on multiple platforms, and so you have the same tool just in different colors. Now I'm gonna show you the differences between these two tools and what might draw you to one over the other. It really depends. For starters, they both have the same oscillations per minute, which is 12,000, and they both have variable speeds on them, so you can dial it right down or you can take it right up. And same with the Dewalt, you got your variable speed right here, so you can dial them way down or you can have them way up. Now the Dewalt, your power button's on the front here, and your Milwaukee, when you're holding it, your power button is just right here. It's a little trigger that pushes right through. They both have good rubber or overmold on them. They both have dust collection, which we're going to get to here in a second. Now height-wise, the Milwaukee's a little taller, and the Dewalt is a little bit fatter on the actual holding area than the Milwaukee. So if you have a small hand, you might want the Milwaukee because you can actually get your hand around it. Now I have fairly large hands, so the Dewalt fits me just fine, and so does the Milwaukee. They're both hook and loop style, so same kind of pads on the bottom. They're both random orbital sanders. They're both cordless. Now with the batteries, this kit here does not come with batteries, by the way. You can buy them separately. So we've got two 5 amp hour batteries here. This is an extended capacity 5.0, and then we've got the 20 volt max XR 5 amp hour. The Milwaukee is a little taller than the Dewalt. So when you put the batteries on, this sticks out a little bit further. Then you've got the Dewalt, which slides in sideways. So you can kind of see the overall size of the two. The Milwaukee's a little bit bigger. Now for me, my preference is the Dewalt. Not because I have more of it, but because it's smaller and compact. It feels lower down, which makes me feel like I'm just a little bit closer to the material and I can kind of feel it better. The Milwaukee is a really nice sander. It performs great. I'm not knocking it one bit. It's just a little bit too tall for me personally for my comfort. However, this is where they really differ now, is the dust collection. So Dewalt has this dust collection on the back, which is a twist style lock, and you can also connect their vacuum to it. Okay, it works well. You get really good dust collection with this little guy, and it's perfect for going up ladders or just working around a house. The Milwaukee has a couple different options. That's the big difference between the Milwaukee and the Dewalt. So we've got this extension here. It comes with all of this. You've got a separate little HEPA filter in here as well. This is going to collect all your dust, and you can change all this out. You can also hook this up to a vacuum. Okay, so you can take this apart, which I'll do right now for you. Just pull it off like that, and you can connect that on there just like this. Now there's also a spacer here which can come out. I've got the spacer in now just to show you. The spacer is essentially used if you had a larger battery in here. If you're using a slimmer battery, which is typically what I do when I'm using these sanders, I don't even like using 5 amp hour batteries. I like slim batteries. I know you have to change it more often, but it's just something that I like to do. So if you're putting slim batteries in here, then it does change the size a little bit. So you take the spacer out like that, and now you can shrink this size down. You can still fit your 5 amp hour in here, no problem. See, it just fits. Or if you don't want any dust collection, you can just take this right off, and it's just going to shoot the dust out the back. And if you want to hook a vacuum up to it, you can snap that on, and you can hook a vacuum up to this. So you've got two different sizes. I've never hooked this up to Milwaukee's vacuum because I do not have it. However, the backpack vacuum that I do have does not fit onto this connection. I wish it did. It would be really handy for me, if I'm up a ladder or something, but that doesn't work. And guys, if you're liking the video, make sure you hit that like button and subscribe. It really helps out the channel. Leave some comments down below. You can, however, hook a Festool hose up to this. So it's really easy. You just press it in, and it's a nice tight fit. So I use Festool all the time. I think they're a great product and I love their hoses. By far my favorite vacuum hose of all. So the fact that you can fit this in here is a huge plus. The Festool hoses in my mind are a little bit more flexible than the Milwaukee's. They have the anti-static in them so you're not going to get shocked. Now most vacuum hoses have that by now, but this is just a really, really nice premium hose. Now let's take a look at it. Will it fit on the Dewalt? So you open this up. No, there's no way to fit this Festool on the Dewalt. You have to use the Dewalt vacuum attachment for this, or you could kind of rig up some parts that could maybe hook the Festool up to it. I haven't tried that, but I'm sure there's a way to do it if you really wanted to. So for me, you can see if you want dust collection with a Festool hose, the Milwaukee is the one you want to go with. But if that doesn't bug you, then for size wise, I like the Dewalt. For operating wise, they're both same plane, vibration, they both feel kind of the same. There's no real difference as far as vibration goes. I've had this for a really, really long time and it's never died on me. Both pads are replaceable. That's just something that's going to happen over time. You've got 4 screws down here. I always buy extra pads, so I have them because they do wear out. The hook and loop starts to just fail and you can't get the sandpaper on there anymore. Sometimes I'll buy an interface pad, which goes in right here. And I find that that does save the actual, pad itself. So you can kind of mix and match too, you can stick that on here if you wanted. Sandpaper wise, you can use the same sandpaper on both. One other thing is that the Dewalt is a brushless motor and the Milwaukee is not a brushless motor. This does not say fuel on it anywhere. It does not say brushless on it. So this is just a standard motor. Not that that's a game changer for me. I have lots of tools that are not brushless and they still work awesome. So it's just one of those things. Do you need brushless? Don't you? I don't know. All right, guys, I hope you enjoyed the video. Make sure you subscribe and hit that notify bell. And if you have any comments, leave them down below. Until next time, keep on crushing it and we'll catch you later.